Hey YouTube, it's Mike here and I'm bringing you guys my weekend league recap, and this video is going to be based on pay to win. Is this game pay to win? It is 110% pay to win, and I will explain why it's 110% pay to win. For people that have been watching my videos and everything, they know that I'm a guy that finishes usually gold 2, usually finishes with 22 wins, maybe 23, but usually 20. I was getting 22 for my last 3 weeks consecutive. And this week, I got very lucky in one of my Footmas packs. And for the people that watch the video, we all know I packed Del Piero, a prime Del Piero. And how much did one big icon make a difference for me? As you can see, I finished my best week ever, 27 wins out of 40 matches. I was basically 2 wins away from hitting the Elite 3. As you could see, you need 29 wins, right? So, and believe it or not, it was actually possible for me to hit it. There was a couple of games where I'm not gonna blame it on momentum or any of that. There was a couple of games where I just didn't play the way I should have played. I did some bad choices and whatever. At the end, I look back at it, and I said, you know what? I could have actually won 2 extra games, and you know, I could have hit Elite. Now the thing is, what didn't bother me was that my main goal was to hit gold 1. So what happened is that when I hit gold 1, I still had 5 games remaining at this point, and I had to win 4 my next 5 games to hit basically Elite 3. And I guess because I achieved what I wanted, I kind of didn't really like focus as much anymore in my last games, because in my head I was like, I didn't come for Elite 3, I came for gold 1. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but it's true. I wanted to basically just take it to that next step first, and eventually I'll get Elite 3, I imagine. But I just wanted to basically get to the next step, and I didn't really focus my last few games, and I ended up finishing with 27 wins. So the big difference was pay to win, and we're saying, oh yeah, by the way, this is the triangle of death. I'm actually selling those guys. I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually sold already. Yeah, they all sold. So Alaba, Vidal, and Boateng. You're probably wondering, why am I selling these 3 guys? Personally, I find they're a very good trio, but I don't know. There's buts. You know, I'm not gonna go further than that. There's just buts. My opinion. Now, I did get 27 wins out of them, but the thing is, I had them before, and I didn't get 27 wins. The guy that made the difference for me was the fact of having Del Piero as one of my cams. As you could see over here, I ended up playing 42 games, because when I got him, I played 2 games before going into the weekend league with him, and then I ended up playing all the 40 games in the weekend league. So these are all either Division 1, 2 games from Division 1 and 40 games from the weekend league. As you can see, he has a 60 goal contribution as a cam. For me, that's really, really good, considering the fact that my other guys were still going at their pace. You know, like Ericsson was still doing what Ericsson was doing for me. Jesus was still doing what Jesus was doing for me. And of course, Son, what can I say, Son? Bro, if anybody has money for Son now, I think he's kind of cheap right now. I think he's like 300k. Buy Son. He is the ultimate striker in this game. He is awesome. He just does not stop for me. I mean, my team, no matter what, I will always build it around this guy until maybe I get enough money and I could afford like one of those top icons or a Ronaldo striker card. Other than that, I honestly don't see myself changing this card. I just don't see myself. He's just too good for me from all the cards I tried this year. And anyway, let's get back to Del Piero and why this game is pay to win. If one big icon that's worth basically 1.5 million is worth, I think. Let's check real quick. Hopefully I don't fuck up. I don't want to click something else. So yeah, he's like 1.4. Yeah, 1.485 is the cheapest one. So my team before Del Piero, my team was a team that was worth basically 1 million coins. Del Piero came, my team doubled in price. It went from 1 million to like 2.5 million. Of course, you're probably looking, Mike, you fucking suck at math. It's more than 2 times. Yes, I know it's more than 2 times. It's 2.5 million. The point is, 1 second. The point is that my team got hugely upgraded by a huge icon, a prime icon. And this made a huge difference in being able to win the tight games. He came up big for me many, many times in tight situations where I needed him to come up big. I think maybe there's something inside the icons that they play better when you're down by a goal or something. Like it's like they do stuff to help you win at those moments that you need them. You know what I mean? Like they're like those key players that do that. And this is why I'm gonna come to pay to win. And a lot of people believe it's pay to win. And trust me, you guys that believe it, you're completely right. You're 110% right. The game is pay to win. Could you imagine? Just think about it, okay? If I hit 27 wins with the team that I just showed you, the team that you're looking at right now, I'm sorry if I'm not changing my screen. I'm just staying over here. Hopefully you guys don't mind that. This video is basically me talking and blabbing, whatever. But could you imagine if I had, for example, like Maradona here, over here, I had, let's say, Ronaldinho here, and R9 here, right? That would be my top four, right? Then I would have Gullit, I would have Ferdinand, and Roberto Carlos. And we'll keep the rest the way it is, just to leave it the way it is. We're talking about $20+ million team right there, what I just named you. I would guarantee that I would hit Elite 3 or better. Elite 3, Elite 2, Elite 1. I wouldn't go as high as top 100 because top 100, there's skilled involved to reach that tier of level. But to reach Elite, if you're a gold player and you have a $20-30 million in front of you, it will definitely get you to the elite level. It will get you to the Elite 3, Elite 2, Elite 1. And that for me is considered pay to win, right? Because you're getting there because what you have in front of me. During the week, every team that I outclassed, like overpowered, like I overpowered their team basically with my team, I pretty much dominated all those games. Now, did I lose a couple of those games? I think I lost like 2 or 3 times to somebody that, because I did end up losing 13 games. I think it was like 3 times. I lost to a team that was worse than mine. Okay? Other than that, I pretty much dominated every other game that the guy had a worse team than me. Okay? And that was the fact that the cards I had in front of me, right? So that Del Piero card helped a lot for that. So I could just imagine if I had the team that I just mentioned with the R9 and the Maradona and the Gullit and the Ferdinand, I'm going to outmatch 90% of the teams I'm going to play, and I'm going to probably end up winning 90% of those games or 80% of those games. And that will get me to like 30+ wins. And that's a fact. So this is why when you listen to some of these pros and they say teams don't matter, they're complete bullshit. They'll say, oh, you know, maybe a big team will get you that extra win or extra 2 wins. No, it won't get you an extra 1 or 2 wins. If you're a guy that is a top 100 player, it's only normal that you can only get an extra 1 or 2 because you're already a guy that hits 36, 37, 38 wins. So it's only normal that it's only going to get you an extra 1, 2, wins. But if you're a guy that hits 21, 22, 23 wins, but you're not going to get 1 extra win. You're going to get 7, 8, maybe even 9 extra wins with a team like that. You're paying for what you're getting, right? You're paying for those extra wins with a $20 million team in front of you. Now I will say one other thing that I noticed during the weekend league, and this I noticed that last week and the week before and many other weeks, that the level of gameplay as your tier moves up, for me, I don't feel like it was changing. I feel like when I was competing versus opponents, I don't feel that when I was competing in my first like 5 games or my second set of 10 games or my third set or my final set, that I was getting different opponents in a way of saying that higher level of opponents. I didn't feel that because we all know how the matchmaking system is. It's completely random, I find, in this game. So I didn't really notice a huge difference in that. What I did notice though is that I have a feeling that EA is manipulating the rewards. And you'll be like, okay, Mike, whoa, I want to hear this part. Oh yeah, you guys definitely want to hear this part. So we go to the weekend league. Let's go look at the rewards. So we'll go to details. For example, we all know, okay, there was one thing that we're guaranteed that we know about Foot Weekend, is that every single week there's 100 people that are gonna get these rewards that I'm showing you right here. The top 100, the top 75, the top 50, the top 25, top 10, number one in the world. These rewards automatically every week will be given out to 100 people. How many people are we that are playing the weekend league? I don't know. Is there 1 million people? I have no idea how many people play. I can imagine there's a lot of people because it's worldwide, right? But all we know, guaranteed, is that there's 100 rewards given out that look like these. But when you get to the elite level, elite 1, elite 2, elite 3, we have no idea how many elite 1s, elite 2s, and elite 3 players they are that are getting these rewards. We have no idea. The only ones we know of are people that show YouTube videos of them getting the rewards. But I mean, seriously, it's not many YouTubers, right? So at the end of the day, we don't know. So what if I told you, for example, EA manipulates the system for people, the average players, let's say, to finish gold 3, gold 2, gold 1. And you'd be like, okay, Mike, this sounds pretty interesting. Yeah, let me explain to you a little bit more in detail. Every time they give out Elite 3, Elite 2, Elite 1, there's extra Team of the Week players on the market. And by doing that, by giving out more of those rewards, it affects the market. It affects the Team of the Weeks and all that stuff. We all know that they play around with the packs, right? We all know that they you know, like for example, like an SBC comes up, Team of the Week SBCs, and for example now there's Neymar and there's Suarez, but the percentage of you packing one of those could be very small. EA could say, for example, you know what, let's open up at least 10,000 Team of the Week packs first, and then we'll put a Suarez and a Neymar. So the first 10,000 people that do the SBC, it could be that there's not even a Neymar and a Suarez in one of those packs. They could do that because they have a number of amount of Suarez and Neymar that they want to come out. Let's say their amount is like, they don't want more than, I don't know, 50 of each. There's not going to be more than 50. Once the 50 comes out, there ain't going to be no more. So people could keep opening up those Team of the Week packs, but Suarez and Neymar won't be there anymore because EA takes them out to basically adjust the market, okay? So every time they give out Elite 3, Elite 2, Elite 1, there's extra Team of the Week cards coming out, okay? So they manipulate that in a way that they don't want too many of these cards to come out. They don't want too many people to get these rewards. So this is where, for example, when you're playing squad battles, if you're playing, the best example I could tell you, for example, let's say you're playing world class. You notice the system, the AI plays a certain way. Then you go in professional, and the AI plays a different way. And then you go in legendary, and the AI plays even better. And then if you go into ultimate, the AI plays like fucking, they're all superheroes. You understand what I mean? Like, there's different sliders for each tier that you play, right? So there's a slider for legendary, for professional, legendary, ultimate. So let's say, for example, you're here, for example. Let's say you're at silver 1. Okay, all of a sudden there's sliders against you to get to silver, to get to silver 3, to get to gold 3. You understand what I mean? It has nothing to do with them giving like an extra boost to the player that you're playing against. It's just about making the games harder for you to achieve the next tier. You get it? You get where I'm going, guys? So let's say, for example, every time you reach a next tier, so let's say, for example, you need 18 wins to reach gold 3. So when you reach like 16 wins, that slider against you starts to activate more. So it's harder for you to get gold 3. Then when you get gold 3, it's harder for you to get to gold 2 because the sliders increase a little bit. And then from gold 2 to gold 1, the sliders increased a little bit. You know, and then from gold 1 to elite, that's where the sliders are really at the max. That's where it's like, I don't know, man. There's only a certain amount of people that could get Elite 3, Elite 2, Elite 1 because they don't want to give out too many of those rewards out. So they manipulate those games, and there's a lot more momentum. There's a lot more luck factor against you and stuff like that. So that's what I'm getting at. So I feel like the game, as I was playing my weekend league, I felt like at the beginning I was like, why are they randomly picking players that don't deserve to win and they get a boost? But then I started to realize that most of these boosters that I'm talking about, these momentum moments, these handicap moments where I felt like my team couldn't do much, were usually mostly when I was going up that next year. I felt like something was going wrong with my team because I felt like the games were getting harder, but I don't feel like my opponents were getting harder. I feel like the game was getting harder. You see where I'm getting at? I don't feel like I feel like EA was manipulating like how hard my game was gonna be for me to get to that next tier. That's what I noticed. Now people say, yeah, but Mike, you got your best week. Yes, I got my best week because my team became way stronger with a $1.5 million player in it. And this is what I'm trying to say, that pay to win is the way to go in this game, because the more crazy your team is, the more you could basically beat the handicap, beat the sliders. Because if you have like a lot of 82s, 83s, 84s in your team, and there's sliders against them, they become like, I don't know, maybe 78s, 79s. But if you have icons and they're the 90s, even with the sliders, the percentage that they put, they're still like 87s, 88, you know what I mean? Like they're less affected by those sliders. So the higher your team is overall, the stronger your team is, the more you can go against these sliders and the more you could like advance. Anyways, I know this is gonna be one of those videos where people are gonna be like, I don't know, Mike, I don't know if you're right. And there's gonna be people like, wow, man, you really made me open my eyes. Maybe he is really fucking with us. Maybe he is really fucking us over with the rewards. Maybe they really are playing around with the rewards. Maybe there's a reason why all these pros have to rock these super big teams to reach these top 100. And of course they do other stuff. For example, like cherry picking. I mean, I've seen it all week where people were just like they don't want to play away, or they don't want to play home. I have no idea what's happening anymore. I noticed a lot of people were also wearing red uniforms. Is that maybe a sign that maybe the pros were wearing red this week? I don't know. Is the cheating still involved? This week I got lucky. I didn't get a disconnection. But I remember I told you that I got a disconnection in Division 1, and the game counted as a loss. So I don't know. I don't know if people were getting disconnected from people. I have no idea if that was going around. Anyways, I'll end the video at that. I will say I'm very happy to finally achieve what I wanted to. I know there's always people that will doubt you, that, oh yeah, you're a go-to player, you're talking smack, you're not good enough. I think this is a pretty decent proven fact right here, that I was able to hit 27 wins with just a bit of an upgrade to my team. A bit of an upgrade, I mean a huge upgrade in the pillar, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I hope I opened all of you guys' eyes. And please leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys agree with what I'm saying, disagree with what I'm saying. Let me know in the comments, please. I would really like to know what I like to read the comments. As you can see, I also try to reply to the most people I could. So you know, if it gets way too many comments, it becomes a lot. But I try always to reply as much as I can. So please be interactive with my channel. I like that. It's fun. It makes people want to like communicate with themselves, you know, and it makes people actually feel better about themselves too, because they're like they know something's up with the game, and when you watch these type of videos, you're like, oh, you know what, man, I think this guy, maybe he's got a good point, you know. Hopefully that's what I hope that you guys think. Anyway, so I'll leave everything at that, and I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, because I don't know how many people celebrate Merry Christmas, but for the ones that do, Merry Christmas. For the ones that don't, well, great weekend for you guys. I wish you guys the best of best of luck for your weekend league, how it's going, and everything else in life. So I wish you guys a good day. Bye bye.